Carla.
God,
아직은
brush three
정형화가 안
wood.
됐어요. 갑자기 돌소리 나냐고? 어제 할 거 없어서 잠깐 켰는데 잠깐 했더니 괜찮더라고.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to
1년
taste
만에 하니까
my
재밌었나
blade,
봐.
you washed up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
저게 해적 검술일걸? 막 지들끼리 말 한마디씩 하면서 막 그 하더라고.
How's the governorship treating you?
It's not as straightforward as I'd hoped.
이
For some
못하려.
reason, you
그건
can't
좀.
just tell everyone what to do and assume they'll do it. That's new territory for me.
Not for me. Maybe I should be governor.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy
쓰는 거야.
legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine said that program is being hampered by Captain Madison.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less
찌르면
every
이기는 거
minute.
아니고?
You and me both.
이제 말로 찔러서 방심하게끔 만드는 거지.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
I'll be needing a crew. You interested?
Ha! I'd rather swallow a live badger than crew with you again. No offense intended.
So unlikely but still possible?
No. You want a crew, go down to the docks and hire one.
Is there a government program that funds expeditions to find secrets of Monkey Island?
Oh, gosh. You're too late for that one. We canceled it last year and diverted the funds to build a habitat for the rare Caribbean whining leech.
Darn.
There's a ship at the docks that's headed for Monkey Island.
I think you're talking about LeChuck's ship.
Do you want to go to Monkey Island or don't you?
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are
1패에서
hers.
이렇게 꼬셔넣어도 될 것
My
같아.
books now, as you well know.
확실히 예전 구작에 대한
I don't really have anything
그런
to
게
say.
많이 있구나.
I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible
해본
pig.
사람한테 초점했다고? 아무래도
It's a lot of work
그럴
being
수밖에
governor.
없겠죠. 원래 오래된 게임이기도 하고.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these
감옥에
days.
있던 애도 과거에
Governor
동료였던 애 그래잖아. 다 못 꼬시고 새로운 애 꼬셔가나 봐.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home.
끝없는 항해에 대한 비하.
I tried to read that once,
책을
but I
빌릴
couldn't
수가
finish
있는데?
it. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
요리제.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book.
빌리는 게 있는데?
Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
안 빌려준대.
It's thicker than I would have imagined. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
칼싸움 왜 하는 거냐고요? 이게
Can I
얘들
borrow a
전통이에요.
You never brought back the last book you borrowed.
보라색이
You never
맞는 책
even
아니냐고?
apologized.
그럴 수도 있을 것 같아.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
약간 내절 같다고요? 옛날 게임이니까 그런 것 다 해야죠.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
아 잘못 눌렀어. 잘못했어요. 뭐해?
I don't really have anything to say.
Practice.
판도 그렇고 왜 틀딱 게임만 하냐고요? 님들이
Stay
이런 거
out of my bedroom,
좋아하니까요.
Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Malay Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies.
선척장, 망보는고, 항구 아랫거리, 윗거리. 수업 안 가봤으니까 일로 가봐야지. 게임 좋아하면 해주자고요. 그건 제가 싫어해서요.
Warning: the dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
지도가 있어야 된대. 지도 없어도 들어가지긴 하는데.
I'm
펀치
hopelessly
맞다고.
lost without a map. Museum of Pirate Lore. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
가스피 총독 1편 살던데요.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
이름 바꾸면 이름 제대로 되면 퇴짜 맞을 것 같은데.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well,
걸렸네.
that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop. Hey,
Threepwood. I shouldn't even be talking to you.
I'm not Guybrush Threepwood. I just look like him. You'd be amazed how often people confuse us. Sometimes I impersonate him at parties, just for fun. We've never even met, and I doubt I'd like him if we did.
Even if any of that were true, it wouldn't matter. LeChuck would take one look at you and go nuts. Just looking like Guybrush Threepwood is enough that I can't give you the job. Sorry.
류척이가
Why
너무
was
싫어해서
Wally in
그런가 봐.
such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty?
게임 특징인지
Why,
모르겠는데
it's an
치고 티 안 난다고요?
extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic.
게임 장점을 하나
stunning,
찾았어요.
high-resolution 3D
그냥 뭐
landscapes,
과거
sophisticated
작에 대한
score, and
그런
musical effects. Not to mention the detailed
그런 것들이
animation
많은가 봐.
and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
과거에는 게임 안에다가 게임 홍보하는 걸 넣었었나 보지?
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to
게임
Monkey
안에서
Island?
되게
Let's
좋으면은
pretend
할 수도
I
있다고.
was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on
약간
ship-to-ship
비교해서
tactics.
얘한테 아는 척을
I am a
해야지 조금
founding
호감을
member
살지
and
않을까?
co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
I've got enough to last me.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
벌레 기어다니는 거 봐.
Fine.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
위생점검 받으기
It's not like
이거냐고.
that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote limes as a preventative.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of
물
all
튀겨.
kinds.
더러워요.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the
뭘
handles
훔쳐가면
of
안 돼?
mops.
이거 만들어야 돼?
Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is because this is your own personal journey.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree.
I can't.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must
뭐 다
discover.
알려줌이야.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
고명이래.
Active little guys, aren't they? Pleasantly scorching hot. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
줄 어디다 쓰려고 챙기나?
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
잠깐씩 핸드폰 게임하면서 스토리 잘 모르겠는데 무슨 내용이냐고요? 아직까지 내용 진전이 없어요. 갑자기 자기 자식한테 진정한 모험 얘기를 해주마. 난 사실 원숭이 섬의 비밀을 캐러 갔었다. 그러면서 썰을 풀기 시작하는데
Re-elect
그지야.
Governor Carl.
돈도 없고 배도 없고 선언도 없고 아무것도 없어. 그래서 지금 하는 짓을 봤을 때는 변장을 해갖고 대걸레 들고 리처 배에 몰래 의도타려고 하는 것 같아요. 그러고서 선상관란으로 배랑 선원이랑 한 번에 다 꿀꺽하려는 도둑놈 신보를
Hi
가지고
again.
있는 것 같아요.
Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you
파파이도
warn me?
어렵냐고요? 아니 그렇게 어렵지 않아요.
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. I'm thinking about going on LeChuck's expedition after all.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
He doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
These Shakespearean comedies just write themselves.
See anything interesting out there?
Change. The future.
Are those the names of ships? All I can see is open water.
It's what I named my cataracts.
Huh. You've been at this post a long time.
Yep. My eyesight isn't what it once was, but my hearing is still as sharp as the governor's sword.
And that's helpful for being a lookout?
There's hardly ever
그
anything to
경영
see
실패했을
anyway.
때
The
죽지
job is
않은
mostly about
그거?
greeting people. Welcome to Melee Island.
Thanks. Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
아무것도 없는데.
It's a dried up old sea sponge. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? This used to be such a bright, cheery place. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
어렵다고요? 저는 한번 죽었습니다. 죽지 않음 옵션 켜놓지 않았으면 게임 오버 당했어요. 솔라스타요? 한번 찾아봐야겠네. 뭔가.
Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee.
지도 상점인데 지도해서 숲으로 들어가면
Wally?
되나 보다.
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
전투 위주 D&D라고. 주인공 쓰레기냐고요?
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I
왠 좀
recently
약간
made
민폐
one on
캐릭터 아닐까?
commission,
그냥
but then
뭐
they
아무런 능력도
destroyed all
없는데
my source material.
말빨로 대충
It is
다
the
어떻게든
only one in
넘어가는 그런 캐릭터잖아.
existence. Best of luck to you.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring
주인공보단
me a sliver of
조연력이
the wood
어울린다.
needed to make a mop.
You have a lot of maps in here.
원래
We've
얘는
got
말
so
터는 거
many,
그런 거
you
보는
need a
재미로
map
하는
to find them
게임이었어.
all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
그냥 문제인지 아는 게 없어서인지 대사가 재밌는지 모르겠다고? 아마 아는 게 없어서 그럴 거예요.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made
자꾸
Melee her
예전에
base of
나왔던 애들이 나와서
operations,
썰을 풀고
people have been
있잖아.
complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the...
Just bring me a sliver of the...
Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very... Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Hey, Wally. Bye. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It said the first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map.
대사가 사회생활에 찌든 직장인 같은데
That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says rating cursed black diamond. Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself.
얘한테 습지도를 사야 되는데.
Never seen one of those before. Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make...
Just bring me a...
Bye.
한편 르척의 배에선
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best
주인공이랑
ideas.
똑같은 얘기.
Have him killed. Wait. Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Should we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well. No one ever works together.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read. It's good for relieving stress.
이거 물 같은 거를 담는 게 있나 보지?
Word of advice, kid.
It makes things look bigger. I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi. This is the number for the jail cell lock. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
그냥 주네. 공짜네.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case. I already copied the serial number. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. I don't remember this place being so leaky. Eee! A spider! At least this jail has 2 lamps.
Jail is like a bad breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
그다음에 뭐 해야 될까?
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a rogue... Can I borrow a book?
You never...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing... I need more than that.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
책 한번 펴보자. 아스스톤이냐고. 오픈북 에바라고요? 왜? 궁금하잖아. 이미 있는 대걸레에 견본이 필요하다? 견본? 견본이랄 게 있나? 사람이 또 늘었네.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
지들 하고 싶은 얘기만 하네.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
이거 맞춤 뭐 있나?
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Ha! It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
Fancy.
Yo ho.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here. Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion.
왼쪽 아래 벌레 뭐냐고?
It's probably some exotic,
저기
weird-tasting thing
식탁기도
from
바로
a
있는데?
swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
토핑이래. 음식창 아까 전에 물어봤는데 토핑이래.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
Never mind.
네, 들어가세요.
Well, it's definitely a mop. It's hopeless. Pleasantly scorching hot.
도자기 하면 걸리더라고. 요리책을 빌려서 갖다 줘야 되는데 요리책을 빌리려면 어떻게 해야 하지? 도와줘요. 지식인. 말로만으로는 용서를 해주지 않을 거라고? 사과를 받아들이게 하려면 뭘 찾아서 줘야 된다고? 뭘 찾아서 줘? 마법적인 해결책이 필요하다고? 뭔데? 구두 상점? 아, 가봤던 데를 한 번씩 더 가봐야 되는구나. 아까 그냥 책 줬길래 그냥 그걸로 끝난 줄 알았더니 뭔가가 더 있네. 그래서 마법적인 거라고 했구만.
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Not for me. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle.
문제집 풀다가 막히면 해닫지부터 보는 사람이라고?
Keep up the good work, buddy.
왜? 좀 보면 안 되나요? 봐도 되지.
Too bad it's empty.
보라고 만들어놨는데 안 보면
An
서운해한다고.
empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
좋네.
Yeah, it's too bad you're
아까는
sold out.
거기에 관련된 책
The
있지
magic
않았나?
disguise seems really...
There's, I'm sure, the magic.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Not very practical. It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. What's cooking?
The feast of knowledge.
이거를 못 빨아들이나?
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no
이거는
apology will do,
이건가 보다.
give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
이게 무슨 피지컬 추리야? 이런 게임들은 원래 하나씩 다
It
눌러보는
is a
거야.
magical ceremonial knife.
오죽하면
Very sharp
오죽하면은
indeed.
애들이 뭐 클릭할까봐 이렇게 위치 표시해주는 것도 있겠냐고.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. I'm not gonna touch it. Looks like it's been there forever. I've always been impressed by your chair. Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is
그래봤자
terrible,
하스스톤 책 펼칠
and there
거니까요.
are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the
이거로 얼굴
pirate of
바꾸고
1,000
대걸레
faces.
들고
It
배로
was
들어가나 봐.
said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Dark-er? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Tell me again about Laney and the eye patch.
Captain John Laney. It was said that led the eye patch even...
Got it. Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
주식은 안 된대.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive. You'd better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seem genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
빠른 이동 없나? 맵 같은 걸로? 열쪽까지 있어. 왜 이렇게 많아? 그 게임이 그런 편식성이 있을 리가 없다고? 왜 그래도 22년도 게임인데?
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so
오래된 게임이 그러냐고요? 만든 사람이 조금 오래됐네요.
I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush. This will be excellent.
이거 보고 있어야 되는 건가?
Never complain again.
진행이 되고 있긴 한 것 같은데.
Ingredients indeed. Coming along nicely.
이상하게 같은 것만 넣고 있는 것 같은데? 맞아?
Oops. Oh, well, probably fine. So much to do.
다 될 때까지 보고 있는 게 맞는 걸까? 아저씨 맞는 옷 입혀주고 싶다고? 아니야, 저거 저렇게 입는 스타일이 있잖아. 패션이야.
so much to do.
이거
Ingredients indeed. This
이거 안
will
보고 있어도
be
되는 것 같은데?
excellent.
스피추얼하다고? 이럴 때 훔쳐. 이것도 훔쳐.
I should put the mop away first.
헐. 헐 어떻게 알고 왔어?
Keep your hands off my mop.
대걸레 강등.
This will be excellent.
이건 가져가도 되는 거야? 이건 별로 신경 안 쓰는데?
It's torn and ugly, but strangely compelling.
이 얼굴로 변신하려나?
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat. Hey, Wally. Tell me again.
Just bring me a slip.
저 걸레 어떻게 훔쳐?
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
빌린 상태에서 또 딴 거 빌려도 될까?
Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
There's some very tiny writing on it. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
작은 글씨가 써 있다고 하면서 이건 또 안 되네.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
얘부터 무력화 시켜야 되네.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the Dread Pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
That's a nice ore.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where, like,
다 얘랑
20
관련된 거야.
pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
주인공 매편마다 원숭이 섬에 갔다 오는 거냐고요? 그런가 봐요. 원숭이 섬에 도대체 무슨 비밀이 있길래.
I see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
It's locked. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney.
얘는 어떻게 무력화시킬까?
That is a really big. It's a working parrot.
손가락을 몇 개나
really big
먹었을까?
parrot.
손가락 갖다 줘야 되는 거 아니야?
Wonder how many hands it's eaten.
뭔가 구작 팬들에 대한 그런 팬 서비스가 많으네.
Warning: the dark.
잠깐만. 뭐야? 별충가 먹었잖아.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.